Hello guys, today's video gonna teach you how to using this 2mm carbon fiber popsicle to cutting the body damper system, like this one right here, okay, or this one right here, okay. So there's a two type of body damper system. One, it is like straight like this, okay, so you can see both ends is even, and another type is this one right here. Okay, so another type. So this type you can see have a little bit like a angle right here, like this. Okay, so if you ask me the different, actually, there's not too much different in it. It is just like this one just looks a bit nicer, but both of them works almost same thing. Okay, but I still prefer this type because seems to be this type. Has a better advantage to mounting the body on top of the bracket. Okay, so anyway, today we're gonna do this type because that type actually is pretty simple, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first let me open the package. Okay. Okay, so before we cut it, make sure we have to remove a little bit off because the 2mm carbon fiber popsicle like this one right here, it is different than the 1.5mm because this one actually definitely is a little bit longer. So when it's too long, so you will notice when you put on the body, so it's already almost hitting the front wheel, which is right here. Okay, so we are going to at least trim, at least gonna cutting a little pieces right here off. Let me give a better angle. So you can see there's two hole right here. We're gonna remove the first hole right here, about this much. Okay, so we're going to using a marker. So this is how much you're gonna remove. Okay. Okay, for cutting that, you have two options. First option, if you have the micro milling machine, you can use a micro milling machine. If you don't have it, you can go ahead using this type of cutter plus the Dremel, and it's pretty simple. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead using a micro milling machine because I have it, and the cutting on this one is very accurate, so it's better. Of course, if you have a choice, better to using this one to cut it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead finish both. So, okay, here's the two pieces. We're gonna move into the next. We're gonna go ahead and cutting the body. So for cutting the body, and we're going to starting from the other end. Okay, so this is the end. I will just cut it. Let me just mark it so you can see it. So this is the two end. We just cut. Okay. So for the body, we are going to first, and we're gonna keep the new end a little bit more, about this much. Okay, this is the part we're gonna keep, and starting from here, the middle line, gonna go ahead and cut it up to all the way. Right here. So we're gonna remove all this. Like this. Okay, so all the white spot gonna removed. Okay, so as you can see, here's, let me give a better angle. As you can see, here's the hole right here. Okay, so you're gonna stop right here. Okay, because the reason you want to remove that, because you're gonna the piece gonna remove that part, gonna be bypass the side of the motor cap right here, because if you don't remove it, it's gonna be hitting it. Same thing on the other side. If you don't remove it, it's gonna be hitting it. So that's why when you remove that piece to bypass the side right here on the chassis, we getting hit. Okay. Okay, again, if you don't have the tool like this one, you always can using this cut right here to cutting like this. It's simple as well. Okay, here's the two pieces just cut, and next gonna using this one right here to remove part of it. Okay, so we're gonna cut off first. It's gonna be looks like this. Let me get that angle. Okay, so this piece after cut it here, this piece is gonna come off. Okay, so before I cut this side off, I'm gonna do a little bit drawing right here, so we can move to the next. Okay, as you can see here, I mark another 45 degree, so we're gonna using the cutter to from here to cut it, and this piece is gonna come off right here. This is another 45 degree around here, so we're gonna cut off that too, and after that they're gonna cut all the way like this 45 degrees, so the you're gonna see the shape. Okay, so let me go ahead cut it first. Okay, so here's the one. So after cut it, best I recommend using files to file the surface a little bit, because I'm pretty sure the surface right here it's rough. So to keep a little bit professional, so in a clean surface, get a file. Okay, so it's gonna be looks like this. Okay, so next I'm gonna follow the line from here to cut all the way here. Okay, and these two edges right here, we're gonna remove after we make the canal right here first. So let me put on the machine again. Okay, here's the looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and using the Dremel to remove this and this. Okay, again, still 45 degree. So gonna go ahead and using a Dremel, 45 degree, to cut it. Okay, same thing here, 45 degree. Okay, so here we go. Have the shape right here. And the next, we're gonna using a files again and fix it. Okay, so I'm using files to smooth the surface. Here the shape looks like, and as you can see when I put it right here, so the whole system right here bypass the motor cap right here, so let's go all the way right here and like this. Okay, see, it's bypass, and the same thing to the other side, so it's bypass the part right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead do the same thing to the other pieces I haven't finished yet. So just gonna go ahead and move this one, move to this one right here to cut exactly same as this one right here. Okay, like this. Okay, here's the two pieces I just finished. Okay, so let me try to put on it. Let's see the result. So it's gonna be, looks like this. Okay, so this is the arm we just finished. Next, we're gonna using another 2mm popsicle to make the supporting bar, which is right here and here. Okay, so it's better to having two support bar, one front, one back, because this whole thing gonna be like a bracket. So without a supporting bar, it's easy to get a stretch. Okay, on this popsicle, you can see there's already two hole right here. This is exactly the hole which is gonna match the supporting point, which is right here. So all we have to do it is we need to cut off one end right here, and the other end right here. Just gonna keep the middle. Same thing to the other one. We're gonna cut off one end right here and the other end, okay, right here. Okay, so keep that little two hole right here in the range. So this two hole we're gonna using that to mount like this. Same thing to the other side, mount like this. Okay. Okay, here are the two pieces just cut like this. So this is gonna be my support, and next it is really up to what you have on your hand. Since I have this machine, I'm gonna try to losing some weight in the middle part, so I'm just gonna try to cut that open, and the same thing here. Okay. So here's the sit right here. Next, what I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna make another hole about right here, so I can put this piece right here. I know they already have two holes on the back, so people may ask me why you don't put it here, because if I put it here, it's gonna be blocked here, because this hole right here on the very end, this is the hole we're gonna go on the back right here, so it's preventing it's get blocked. So we have to make another hole right here, so we have to move this piece a bit forward. So okay, it's gonna be about right here. Okay, so right here. Okay, you can see, just make another hole right here. the hole right here. So right now when I mount this piece right here, so it's a little bit away from the back, there's another option on this piece. You can also, if you have the machine like this one, micro milling machine, you also can trim this edges a little bit smaller. Okay, in this case this piece is going to fit a little bit better. So it's really up to what you have on your hand. So if you don't have the micro milling machine on hand, you just keep like that. It should be okay. Okay, so I just trimmed this off to make it a little bit smaller like this. This is the original size. Okay, so next gonna open this package 94970, the high grade side mass damper. Okay, right here. So this is actually very useful because I always using this piece to mount on the side and put it right here. So of course I'm gonna cut it. So after cut it, it's gonna be only like this much left. So this is perfect for the side right here. So it's make the arm a little bit stronger because for the damper, it's better to having a double support. So it's gonna be looks like this. Okay, so of course I'm gonna drill another hole to make it fits. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead using a marker to mark it first. So okay, so here's the cutting line. So I'm gonna follow the line, cut like this, and only gonna keep this part right here. So rest of them gonna be square. Okay, so this is the piece I just cut off. Okay, so compare with the original shape, as you can see. Let me give a better angle. So as you can see, I folded right here, just cut it off. So this is gonna be looks like. Okay, so same thing to this one, just cut two. Okay, so moving to the next, we're gonna try to make a hole right here because there's no hole right here. But remember, we're gonna have a double support. Okay, so we're gonna make a hole right here to make it fits. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead using marker to mark the little hole right here. Okay, so here's the hole right here. Let me give you a better angle. Okay, so here's the hole. So this piece can be easily to attach right here. Okay, same thing to the other one. So right now we have everything we need. Okay, so just assembly the body damper system. This is how it looks like. And let me try to put this on Super 2 chassis. I mean, of course, the Fit 2 VS as well. So you can see right here. Okay. So moving to the next, that's the final stage. I'm gonna do a little bit modification on this little hole right here because right now you can feel when it's moving up, it's a lot of resistance because this hole is not big enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit modification right here. If we do the modification on little hole right here, we're gonna using this one. This is the diamond bit. It is actually, it's a 1 millimeter on the tips and the body right here. It is about 3 millimeter. So we need this type of size. Okay, like this. And also we need a two box stock bushing like this one right here, and this is come from the box stock. Okay, so we're gonna try using this one, slowly make the hole a little bit bigger in order to fit to this little metal bushing right here. So make sure slowly, okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure right now should be fits. Yeah, it fits. Make sure do not do that too big, just about right there. Okay, it's like this one right here, it's about to fit, it's barely there. So next you're gonna using a big plier, which is something like this. Okay, and clamp on it and force it to pushing like this. And we're gonna do the same thing to this side right here. It's okay, it's gonna be looks like this. And next we're gonna try to put it on. Let's take a look at it. So you'll feel it's getting more worse, less resistant, there's more resistant. So that's because we have pretty big cutting open right here. So the top, no problem. The problem is the back right now. The hole right here is too small. So right now we're gonna using this one right here. Still gonna using this one. Slowly, make it a little bit open. Okay. So basically just try to grind off a little bit more. So right now let's try to put on it. See, it's getting better, right? Okay, so when you do the reinforce like this, there's two advantage. First advantage, this thing, the whole system lasts longer because it's metal, so it makes it a little bit stronger. Okay, so especially this one can last forever. Okay, because it's metal, and it won't getting a wear and tear. Okay, another thing, the advantage about using this one, to make a whole system very solid. Okay, because when you're using this system for a long time, you will feel it's getting waggle in the left and right. That's because this hole right here, without insert the metal bushing, it's gonna getting bigger and bigger. So the whole system getting waggle and a little bit shaky. So with this metal sitting right here, so it lasts longer and it's never getting bigger and bigger. So the whole system very stable like this. Okay, so it's gonna be looks like this. So and for the VS chassis, right now let me move to the VS chassis because this body damper system, which is right here, is also fit to the VS. But when you try to make it fit to VS, you have to do some setting and cutting on the VS chassis because basically it's not really fit, and it fits, and basically it fits, but there's a problem of the VS chassis. They have the middle part of the VS. Let me show you. Let me cut this open for you first. Okay, here's VS chassis. So as you can see, right now it's no problem. Okay, because I just removed a little bit side right here. It used to be has a little bit plastic right here all the way to here. So as you can see, after remove it, it can bypass. So if you don't, I don't remove it, this little plastic right here, the plastic gonna hit the side damper, which right here. So on the VS chassis, just make sure you trim off a little bit on the side right here. So you can see my cutting point right here. You have to trim off a little bit, but make sure don't trim all the way because you try to keep this middle supporting right here. So in this case, the body of VS can keep a little bit stronger. Okay, so it's gonna be looks like this on the VS chassis. Okay, so if you ask me how can you set up the back screw right here, using the 3mm O-ring, which is this one right here, Tamiya carries those. Just Google it, type Tamiya mini full drive 3mm O-ring. This is the 3mm O-ring, and I think O-ring is a little bit easier to set up the damper system because all you need is just the O-ring on the top and the O-ring on the bottom. Then that's it. It's like this. Okay, so using lock nut, do not lock all the way, just about right there. Okay, as long as the lock nut contact with the O-ring, then that should be good enough because you don't want to lock all the way, otherwise it's gonna be block the body damper system from moving. Okay, so like this, see. So right now still too tight. Let me lose a little bit right here. gonna be looks like this. Okay. Okay, and the clearance on this one, try to keep about 1 or 1.5 millimeter away from the ground. I mean the screw head right here, because you try to let this piece right here go as lower as possible. So everybody has different setting. So make sure you using different size of aluminum spacer to adjust the height of the damper right here. So here we go. This is the body damper system right here. It's fit to VS. It's also fit to Super 2 chassis, which is right here. So okay, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. This is actually, it's not really a tutorial. It just like it just give you general idea how to modify the body damper system. You can just look at the concept of what I'm using to set up to making the body damper system, and maybe if you have a better tool like all the professional tool I have, you can do the same thing. Okay, because the body damper system, actually it's not really easy for using a very basic tool to cut it. And of course it's better to have like some Dremel like this one, the Parkson Dremel, and it's really accurate for cutting. So anyway, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave a comment.